Hey folks, Crazy Clown Radio here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 14 in our 20 from 1994 series, and this is a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. It's very funny, and this is called Gunbird. It was created by a company called Psikyo in 1994, and I guess housed in US Jaleco cabinets. And it is your standard control setup with an 8-way joystick and a fire button and a bomb button. But this game has fantastic anime-styled graphics, especially in the attract mode here. It's very cool looking, and as a shoot 'em up, it's pretty good. If you thought that Aero Fighters 2 earlier on my 20 from 1994 list was too easy, this is a decent step up in terms of difficulty, not too sharp. And yeah, those anime-style graphics just really wow in the attract mode for 1994. I do not recall coming across this in arcades, but boy do I like it. I don't know exactly how many power-up levels your character can advance, but it's probably about 4 or 5 or thereabouts. Your characters... There are 5 different characters, 5 different pilots, and they have funny little background stories to them. There is a German flyer with a jetpack, and he's an inventor, and his name is Ash. There is a British 13-year-old witch that flies on a broomstick. Her name is Marion. There is a Russian robot named Valnus. There is an elfish woman that rides on a cloud, and she's based on Sun Wukong from Journey to the West, Chinese tale. And there's Tetsu, a Japanese strong old man that rides a pedalcopter. And these characters show a lot more interesting layers during the cutscenes between stages. And there are 7 stages. I think the first 3 stages are kind of in random order, but they are 3 different stages that, like I said, might be in different order, and I think the rest of the stages are in set order. And we're going to use Valnus. Each character has a charge shot. You can hold down the fire button for a few seconds, and you'll release a much stronger shot. Don't forget that you have that. That can really turn the tide in some tough boss battles. There will be some coins you can collect, and the coins, I think, are always 200 points, which is pretty measly. You can get an extra life at 400,000 points, and that's the only chance at an extra life. And there is Valnus' charge shot. You have your typical bombs that you can collect, and you see them, the stock, the reserve stock at the bottom left. And if you collect more than the maximum 6 of reserve bombs, you will get 10,000 points for each one. This bears some very strong similarities to the game Aero Fighters 2, or maybe the Aero Fighters series in general. And that's because, from what I've heard, there were some of the same programmers for both games. And here is the first boss battle. And you will often fight the robots of a rival gang known as the Trump. And they do not have a political affiliation. But they are trying to prevent you from getting the pieces of a magic mirror. And if you collect all the pieces of a magic mirror, you will have the opportunity to go on and get one wish granted. There will be a genie at the end that will grant you a wish. You have to defeat him in battle, though. And there is a funny ending sequence, usually pretty funny. And there was Valnus' bomb. And sometimes you will have a choice. If you play solo, If you don't play 2 players simultaneous play, you will have a choice of wishes. The Trump gang consists of the Sky Pirates, Rouge, who is the female leader, Ace, and Claude. And you will see a little bit of dialogue before you start the battle with them. Here they have a giant knight. The levels are very short. Some of the bullets in this game are very fast, and you really kind of need to know the pattern of the enemy's shots. There will be no destructible shots. You can't destroy some of the enemy's shots in midair. So this is a little bit tougher than Aero Fighters 2. I of course have Aero Fighters 2 earlier in my 1994 series. I apologize, at some point the syncing of the audio was a little bit off. I did use, I think it was two save states, and if you use save states in MAME, or at least maybe around MAME 200 or thereabouts versions, the syncing might not be particularly great if you use save states. I don't generally like to use save states, but sometimes I just can't help it. Sometimes I just get too frustrated and I die over and over again at a certain boss or something, and I don't want to swear my head off and annoy my renter. Well, I didn't mention it, but happy 2025, folks. Hope you all your resolutions come to fruition, if you do that sort of thing. I don't. I do have some projects I need to do, so hopefully I can get them done as soon as possible and worry about other things. Valnus, I really like him because he's so strong. His firepower is really strong, and he's not slow. There are some characters that are slow. You don't want to use them because speed and dexterity between bullets becomes really, really, really important. Use up your bombs. Don't die and have any bombs left if you can help it. If you see a big old volley of shots come your way, use whatever bombs you got left. And obviously, you will release your power-ups and your bombs when you die. And you'll want to collect them on your next life. I chose not to continue here. I think you have infinite continues. And I put in my initials here. I will show you what it's like to play with all the other characters. Again, there's Ash, Marion, Valnus, Yuan-Nang, and Tetsu. We will not do a whole playthrough, but we will look at all the characters that you can use. We will see some cutscenes. Let's just scoot forward to another battle with the Trump. I would doubt that they meant Donald Trump, or that they had any intention to reference Donald Trump at the time. You know, a lot of people have their opinions of him, some good, some bad. So I will not say anything about it. And here's another cutscene here. We see the genie, or at least that version of the genie. Later on, when he's ready to grant our wish, if we defeat him, we see him as a giant tiger. And there is Ash in his cutscene. Ash isn't bad. I like his ripple shot. Yeah, the coins that you can collect are only 200 points. That's pretty measly. Whoops. Yeah, we'll look at each of the characters that you can select. And here's Marion, the 13-year-old British witch, and one of the non-PC things about this game is Ash. The character Ash is a pedophile, and he has an unhealthy interest in Marion. Their dialogue, if you play both of them in simultaneous play, it is pretty funny. There's just a great wicked sense of humor in this game. Like I said, not always politically correct. And if you choose Ash and Tetsu, then there's some more funny non-PC humor. Tetsu is gay, and openly so, and he hits on Ash. Marion has a pretty nice bomb attack. She has a charge attack, and Marion has a pet bunny, and his name is Pomme Pomme, and he can talk. Here is Yuan-Nang. She is an elfish woman that rides on a cloud, and yeah, she's based on a character called Sun Wukong from the Japanese tale Journey to the West. She has lasers and swords, and she has a staff. And when she fires her bomb, she has kind of a clone attack, and it's very strong. I like her bomb quite a bit. I think it's Tetsu that I don't like using because he's really slow. And again, you really need that speed when trying to weave between fast-moving bullets. This was actually a series. There was a Gunbird 2, and that game's really awesome. And there was, I think, a couple other games in the Gunbird series. It had like a PlayStation port and I think a couple other ports. I'd never seen this in arcades. This boss has like 3 different forms, I believe. We're just gonna scoot forward to me beating him. If you choose Yuan-Nang and Marion to play in co-op mode, Marion is really jealous of Yuan-Nang's bust size. If you play 2 players simultaneous play and beat the game, you don't get 2 options for wishes to choose from. It's a match. And here is Tetsu. Yeah, he is just too slow. He's got some decent firepower. Yeah, if you get an excess of power-up icons, he has a nice wall of fire for his bomb attack, then you get like a 2,000 point bonus for every extra P icon that you collect. For every extra bomb icon that you collect, I think I put on infinite bombs at this point, cheat. You get 10,000 points for any extra bond that you collect if you have 6 already in reserve. And this shows the mirror that you completed. You have to destroy this column here. And then once you do, you meet the genie. And again, he's like a giant tiger. And you have to fight him. And once you beat him, then you get to make your wish. Once you've gotten through the final cutscene after beating the genie, then you do a loop. You play all the stages over again, and there are no cutscenes. And there is no amusing ending with animated cutscene. It just says end or something. You get 1 extra life at 400,000 points, and that's the only way to get an extra life, which sucks. And here he grants your wish. You can wish for love, or you can wish for something special. And Tetsu here will wish for his gay lover to be reincarnated. Just... really kind of disturbing. But we will see some of the funnier cutscenes or endings, perhaps, in a little bit. But yeah, you do a loop. And here is the other wish that Tetsu can make. Make my body young and strong again. And he's still got white hair. This game, I dig it. I'm not a super big fan of shoot 'em ups, but this one definitely has plenty to offer. Yeah, that's what the second loop ending looks like. Pretty basic. And then you get to put in your initials. And we're going to play 2-player simultaneous play. And we'll choose Marion and Yuan-Nang. And yeah, they'll have some interacting dialogue in the cutscenes. Hey, old woman, don't touch my things. What, you flat-chested, cheeky girl? Don't talk to me like that. She gets very defensive about her small breast size, even though she's only 13. Tell you what you're gonna use the wishing mirror for. None of your business. I've got a rough idea. Sometimes Marion's rabbit, Pomme Pomme, will figure into cutscenes or the ending. Yuan-Nang likes to mess with Marion. And there we've beaten the genie together. But again, you do not get to choose between different wishes if you played co-op. They start fighting, and then the bunny says, I want you to stop their quarreling now. And the genie mistakes it as a wish, so their wish is used up. And here's Ash getting hit on by, or he's hitting on Marion, the little girl, and she's freaking out. And here's Tetsu hitting on Ash. Are you a faggot? Wow. Yes, he owns up to it. And here are some amusing cutscenes or endings. And here's Ash wanting to meet a woman of matchless beauty. the genie wants to be his woman. such silly un-PC humor in this game. I like it. I think it's really funny. And here's another wish. This is Yuan-Nang, and just let me think for a while. Your wish to think for a while has come true. Goodbye. Whoops. Over-exaggerated anime expressions. I've always thought that was funny. It's Tetsu and Valnus. Valnus wants to become human, and Tetsu wants to fall in love with his body, and he becomes an old man. It's like, nope, that's not what I wanted. And here's another wish. Here's Yuan-Nang and Tetsu. Give us eternal life. And live through the end of time. 4 billion years have passed. Earth has already gone out of existence. I want to die. And there's Marion. If you run into an enemy, you don't die. You can only die if you run into their bullets. If you run into an enemy, though, you will lose one of your power-ups. See? You'll go down one level. That was Gunbird, game number 14 in our 20 from 1994 series, created by Psikyo. Happy New Year, everybody! Hope to see you with my next video in 2025. Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching. I hope you join me soon for game number 13. Bye-bye, folks. I got no motivation.